Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we'll continue our adventures through Pelargir. We got a couple of quests at the end of the last episode, so now we're gonna start working on them. And it seems the first one will involve rescuing, some of the prisoners on the Corsair ships that are still around Pelargir. We're gonna free some slaves. You gotta remember, some of these quests are also repeatables for the men of Lebanon, but we can just now advance. So this looks like a great moment overall. And here I have the first named prisoner, Citadel, daughter of Aragorn. There she goes. We have the second one, Lorvegil. Just looking around in case there are more slaves. Yeah, you can see two more in here. He wasn't even strong enough for us to be able to apply a second blade. Okay. I'm gonna loot that in just a moment. All these items that we're getting. Gonna be, of course, selective with what I choose. Just need to rescue Celebros right now. Is it just me, or is it weird that there are no combat sounds? Seems really weird, but that started happening after we had that weird audio issue at Pelargir at the epic battle. But that in itself is it's really strange, because I logged out. I've been playing other characters. I also had my audio muted for a moment, and that usually restarts and solves all these kind of audio issues. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Okay, so it seems that was it. We're gonna port this. Leave me alone. To the dogs. Now, some of these, you might remember we got a deed, an exploration deed in Pelargir. And I could have sworn one of the locations was there near those Corsair ships, but it seems I was wrong.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Remarkable work, Beriathan. You were able to climb aboard without even our notice. Now that you've found the missing nobles, we will be able to deal with matters elsewhere. The war continues to rage beyond the city, and we will need to be ready for what is next. For now, we will remember this as the day where the bloodline of Pelargir was saved.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Well done, Beriathan. Although this will leave many displaced refugees within our walls, this means fewer innocents being subjugated by the enemies of Gondor. Our next move is to make sure they find their way to some place that's safer. We won't be able to keep them here.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Well done, Beriathan. I've been told there are no more major groups of resistance left in the bay. With that, our great city should be free from the Corsair threat. In the meantime, we can moor their ships and prepare for what is next.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
You have done Gondor a great service today, Beriathan. The Lordship of Pelargir has survived its greatest challenge, and we are now ready for what is next. Please inform the Lord Regent that we located his family and that we have people tending to their injuries. I am sure that Faltharan would appreciate the news coming from you. Very fortunate indeed that we need to go back to Faltharan as well. Some of the locations we need for the deed are here in this middle island, so gonna take the chance of activating unlocking them. Faltharan looks to you and lets loose a relieved sigh.
But ill omens these days.
Very good. It pains me to know that my father is still missing, but I will try to carry on his legacy as best I can. The bloodline of Aragorn shall endure. We have tough days ahead of us, but no matter what, Pelargir will stand as a testament to Gondor's defiance in the face of war.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Beriathan, we haven't much time left. The Gondorian army intends to make its way upriver towards Pelennor. It pains me to say this, but we must abandon the city until the fighting is resolved. I intend to send the surviving refugees to Dol Amroth along with my family. I know that they will not like the news, but I would ask that you deliver it to them. Your actions have earned my trust, and I am sure theirs as well. Okay. First of all then, let us climb these stairs. Discover Tolkien. And I'm not sure, I mean, here, can we get a clear picture? I mean, the tower, as you can see here, is huge, is gigantic, but at least a picture here in Pelargir, right? What do you say, girlie? After protecting the city, I think we just earned it. And here we have, I think this one is called the Monument of the Ship Kings. Something like that. Yeah, Monument of the Sea Kings. Not ship, but sea. There is a Thandor in here. I haven't taken the time to read what it says. I haven't tried to read Thandor in a long while, so I would expect that one would take me a little bit longer if I try to do that. So that's why I, for the moment, think I'm just gonna move on with my other duties instead. Supposedly these are the places for at least the fishing quest. I also wanna check that off the list, but I don't see any good fishing location around here. Who knows, maybe this one? Nope. Is there no music because it's nighttime in game? And I can't find any other explanation for it. Has Pelargir always been like this? Oh, there it goes, some music.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
During the capture of the city, I lost an heirloom that has been in my family for longer than we can remember. It was the only thing I took with me when we fled Tolkien, and I cannot imagine leaving Pelargir without finding it. Could you help me, Beriathan? It would be located somewhere to the north of here, where a small band of us offered resistance against the Corsairs.
What has become of our lords in the east, I wonder?
Oh, Beriathan, look at all the poor people. Many are not even from here. They were abducted as the Corsairs sacked the countryside and taken to slave aboard the galleys. I've been told that we do not have enough food for all of them, so I prepared some warm meals for our stranded friends. Could you help me pass them around to any hungry refugees that you might find? With pleasure, that is a noble endeavor. Be glad to help you with it. And Lorvegil.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Thanks for rescuing me, Beriathan. Faltharan told me about his plans to evacuate the city. There are still lots of pockets of criminal activity, so we'll need to make sure the guards are ready. I need you to deliver these orders to any guard station nearby. We will need them on alert for when we are ready to depart. Here we have a hungry refugee. We have a guard. As you hand over the orders, the guard opens the note and begins to read. Well, alright then. It sounds like those men at the docks could use a hand or two anyway. I don't know why I find that funny. Maybe his resigned tone? That I do find funny. Anyway.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
As you hand over the orders, the guard opens the note and begins to read. Won't this leave certain areas of the city a little vulnerable? I know the Corsairs are gone, but there's still plenty of threats from within the city. I can honestly not tell you that. I just came here. I'm just getting acquainted with the city and its people, so no, I cannot tell you. I cannot answer that question for you.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
What's this business? They don't think we can handle things around here, and now they're sending more guards to the docks?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Alright, I understand. Anything of note in here? No. Doesn't seem to be.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Looks like we will have to get these ships ready for a lot of folk. The harbor master isn't going to be too pleased about this. Refugee. Another refugee. Yeah, it seems I don't have enough food for all the refugees. Talk to cereal, so we can remove this. I wanna check. Is this the place to fish? No? Sure? Okay. Once again, I'm not a big fan of fishing, but I do want to complete that quest, and I find it very odd we are at the docks and this doesn't seem to be the location for this quest. Is it just me? Is this the debris? Yeah. Here are the guards.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
This has me a little worried. Why would they pull people away from one of the only places where there is still a threat to watch over? Oh well, I suppose that our leaders know best.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Thank goodness. I'll be happy to leave this area. If you listen, you can hear those crooks and thieves from across the bridge, plotting and yelling. They're looking forward to taking over more of the city. Well, I would argue that's the worst time to run. I mean, you shouldn't be relieved by this. Well, maybe, just a bit, but at the same time, the people are trusting on you to protect them.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Finally, I get something to do. There's nothing here but ruined streets. why do they have us guarding it anyway? The reflecting pool. This one. This is the area where am I supposed to... Okay, a metallic shimmer underneath the debris catches your attention. Is this what I'm looking for? An ash-stained lockbox. And this one as the heirloom.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Ah, excellent. This should give us adequate protection from whatever criminal elements may be left lurking in the city. I can tell you're worried, but fret not. The gangs that remain have no interest in antagonizing the city's Gondorian host, and know that we intend to depart soon. You sure?
What has become of our lords in the east, I wonder?
Goodness, I was not expecting you to feed so many people. That's wonderful to hear. I feel better knowing that someone besides myself is looking out for these people. The tough times aren't over, but I feel like we've crested over the hill with today. Thank you for making a difference, Beriathan. Yeah, that felt good.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
Somehow I knew you would return with it. I know that it was selfish of me to ask you for this, but I know how much Faltharan wants us away from the war. I cannot replace what I've lost, but it can help me to forget. It only for a little while. And back to Faltharan one more time. Yes, someone please tell me, where am I supposed to cast my rod? It's driving me crazy.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Faltharan listens intently to what his family told you. I understand. I'm not that surprised by how they all feel. There is much I would love to do before departing the city, but we do not have the time for everything. I will attending to the preparations. If my family has any tasks for you, then I would ask that you offer your aid. Your assistance, well.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
All the plans are set and we're finally ready to set our matters into motion. Pelargir is a city that deserves to be restored to its former glory. With that, we will need to preserve its people, as well as its bloodline. We cannot protect everyone from the storm that has arrived, but we can try to steer them away from it. I understand that my family wishes to speak before their departure. Will you accompany, Beriathan? It seems this is the next step on the quest line. But he also told us, assist them while you can, so I'm not sure, yeah. Just wanted to double check we don't have anything else from the guys in here, because it seems they will be leaving. And we'll miss the chance of talking to them again. Yeah, I am ready now, Faltharan, so sorry for that. Come, let us make our way to the docks. I don't intend to stay for longer than is necessary, but I wish to make sure everything is in order for their departure.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Here we stand, Beriathan. The sky grows bleak every day, but these ships represent symbols of hope for our city. I intend to have my mother and siblings aboard those ships before they depart, and will see to that matter personally. Like yourself, they have been valuable allies in maintaining the stability over the city as we played host. I only wish that someday the fighting will end and we can return to rebuild this place. I am told that everything is in order. Shall we speak with my family? Yeah, why not? Let us accompany Faltharan on his farewell. Let us take a quick look at this Gondorian ship, which looks really impressive. The ship is almost ready to depart, Mother. Do not fret, there are still many places to search for Father. I will be on it, my son. The city is yours, but there is nary a thing left for me here. Just remember what he taught you. I shall do my best to honor his traditions. Cyril, my wonderful sister, are you ready to set sail? I do not wish to go, but I understand why. Even still, promise me that you will keep looking for father. If our father is still out there, then I shall find him, I promise you that. These vessels will sail towards peaceful waters, and for that I am relieved. As peaceful as they can be on these days.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
I wonder what will come of this. Will people return to the city someday, or will they try to make new lives elsewhere? Many of us are too old to begin anew. The guards seem to have everything in order. I think we can depart from here, Beriathan. Let us return to Tolkien and discuss what is next. So yeah, what is next now?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
And so the ship has left our gates to make way towards the western coast. It had to be done, Beriathan, for I cannot guarantee their safety here, nor my own. Hopefully it will reach Dol Amroth without incident. I would only expect to set my mind at rest once I've heard word from them, but until that day comes, I must carry out my duties.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
I have heard rumors which are unsettling. It is believed that the Corsairs were led into the city by someone from within. I do not know who would have done this though I've heard the name of every captain and noble thrown around, including myself. I want this dealt with, Beriathan. You and Thandor are the only two I can trust with this matter, so I would ask that you seek counsel with him. Anything else? No. Alright, no, I think I see here a spot on the western side of the city that seems great for fishing. Maybe that's the one.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
It is most perplexing, Beriathan. Despite the havoc they wrought, the Corsairs seemed able to take the city without much resistance. My men were not able to find anything of note at the eastern river gate, but I suspect that we may find something at one of the other gates. Certainly if the gates were open, then it probably would have happened with more than just the one. I would ask that you start with the eastern river gate and make sure not to overlook anything too small. Eastern river gate. Okay, I see where I need to go. Okay, yeah. On the right track. So we'll cross this bridge over here. Discover the eastern sea gate. Oh, great, awesome. A stray note on the ground catches your attention? This one. Took the note. And I read the note. You made a mistake coming here. You made a mistake attacking me. But I cannot read the note. A shame. That implicates Lorvegil as a traitor to Pelargir. Oh my god. Why would he do that? Where is Thandor? We need to show this to him.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Thandor carefully reads the note. These orders bear the seal of Aragorn. This cannot be. It would mean that the lordship itself is responsible for the fall of the city. I know Faltharan too well to think that he would have a hand in this, but I am almost too afraid to ask. Those men who try to attack you are part of a larger group. They've made the Eastguard their own personal haven. Why they would want these orders has me concerned. Completed! Friend to Pelargir! Awesome. That's great. If we by any chance were able to get to Kindred. That seems very unlikely at this point, but it would be great if it happened. We have the new deed in here, the completed deed. Friend to Pelargir. Yeah, not too much in that description, and 10 LOTRO points. Wow.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Not every person who held out against the Corsairs siege was an upstanding person. Many were in fact thieves and brigands who banded together in the face of a larger threat. Ever since the city was retaken, they've done nothing but harass, threaten, and harm anyone that crosses their path. Because they've been encroaching so deeply into the city, I'm wondering if you might be able to send them a message that we will not be pushed around.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
After the battle, we noticed that some of our supply caches began to mysteriously dwindle. We traced this back to a group of ruffians who have taken up shelter in an abandoned part of the East Guard. I cannot tell you how many brave souls give everything to protect the city, and this criminal element seeks to profit from it. We would ask you to bring back any supplies you might find from that place.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Every group has men who know about all sorts of rumor and gossip. These ruffians are some of the only witnesses left to the fall of the city, so I am sure that one of them knows something about where my brother is hiding. If you can enter the abandoned district that's located in the East Guard of Pelargir, then I'm sure you'll find someone who has more information. They might not hand it over right away, but I suspect you could remedy that problem. So yeah, we are gonna be investigating this eastern side of the city, which hopefully will give us the chance of discovering some more for this Legacy of Pelargir. Destroyed Monument of Castamere. That at least is on the direction we're headed. So here you see, yeah, they have set up some barricades, and we are in hostile territory now. The abandoned district. Is this the first time we see a female brigand, a ruffian, or the like, with short hair? So here we have the destroyed monument of Castamere. Wanna see if I can take a better look at it? So yeah, I knew this was the right place for it. Yeah, well, destroyed. Not a trace of Castamere is left. Would have been very interesting if part of it remained, so that you could make out how this monument was supposed to look. It still has the inscription there. So you can grab a screenshot and try to translate it if you want. Okay. So we have here the ruffian. Oh, yeah. The ruffian leader, first of all.
Why are you bothering me?
Ah, so the fancy lord sends his little stooge to parley. You're making me laugh. Sure, I know where your precious little noble is hiding out, but I ain't saying a thing unless the price is right. Oh, you didn't come to bargain. Guess we'll have to settle this the only other way. The pretty noble is under our guard, and you would do well to scram. Alright, you can have the traitor, just leave me out of your petty squabble. Are you gonna tell me where he is? I mean, we revealed the location, but I don't know where this is. But here, we have a treasure cache of Eastern Gondor. So that's something that I didn't remember until a few minutes ago. And that is, there are some treasure caches hidden in Pelargir. So that means, yeah, there's 20 caches. And if you count Pelargir, Central Gondor has 4 zones: Lorvegil, Dorinernil, Levanin, and Pelargir, which means, on average, 5 caches per zone. So, I mean, we're still doing terrible with this treasure caches. I mean, just 2 out of 20? That doesn't sound good, but hey, at least there's another one. Oh wait, you know what? Come here, girlie. Yeah, I think this is a good enough spot for a picture.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
I must say that you handled yourself well against a pretty dirty sort of outlaws. Most of my men wouldn't dare to cross their path. Although they will likely regroup once our host has departed, this should keep the streets a little safer in the short term.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Well done, Beriathan. It might not seem much, but every bit will aid our effort. We still need to gather much before we'll be ready to march forward. Hopefully this sends a message to those thieves, and we can take inventory of what is available without worrying about anything else going missing.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
So that's where he's hiding. Oh my god. Where? I didn't see. Where are we told? Market east of Tolkien Jarani. Yeah, absolutely. When did they tell us that? I can only imagine what will go through his head when he realizes how easily this curse sold him out of for nothing. I guess even traitors can't buy loyalty. We will need to make preparations if we are to apprehend him. I shall offer my counsel to Faltharan and hope that he accepts it. I thank you for your service to this city, Beriathan.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Okay, it seems this is the last quest in the Pelargir questline. This will award a class trait point. Beriathan, you must help me convince Faltharan of his mistake. He intends to confront his brother by himself, without anyone's help. I tried to convince him to take some of my men with him, but he's grown distrustful of me after not telling him about our investigation. I only wanted to protect the Lord Regent. Could you speak with him? If I have fallen from his graces, then perhaps you can convince him not to do this alone. So Pelargir is a really short zone in terms of questing. But it makes sense, we're just tying up loose ends before we begin the next stage of our journey.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I know why you're here, but this matter is too important to leave to anyone else. I understand Thandor's concern, but I need to be the one to deal with this. Otherwise, the bloodline of Sirgon will be forever tainted with whispers of treason. You have been one of my greatest allies in these dark days, and I would be honored to have you by my side when I face Lorvegil. Come, let us make our way into the East Garth and prepare for the challenge that lies ahead. You have tracked down where the traitor Lorvegil is located and are ready to bring him to justice. And an explanation from him as well would be very nice.
These are troublesome times indeed.
The information you provided suggests that this is where we will find my brother. I shan't take joy in facing him, but will rest better knowing that justice was served this day. Here is where our search ends, but tread lightly. He has fallen in with an unsavory sort, and is undoubtedly using them for protection until the coast is clear. Be careful, these streets are still home to the city's vile underbelly. I only hope that we will find Lorvegil and put an end to this ordeal. Lorvegil, ordeal, has a nice ring to it. Rolls out of the tongue. Got company, boys. Yeah, let's dance. That was quite a challenge. Yeah, speak for yourself. Oh, all of them. Yeah, let him come. That's what I like. Yeah, I'm gonna take that stun. Bite a bullet. There we go. There he is. There he stands. Yeah. Lorvegil, I only want to know why. Was there anything to gain from a betrayal like this? It doesn't matter. In any case, you should be grateful that father is nowhere to be found, leaving behind this hollow shell of a city to his prized son. Aided Faltharan, you're sure that... It seems like we're still missing something. Or is he gonna surrender just like that? Well, it would be wise of him. Because I think Lorvegil knows he doesn't stand a chance if he decides to face us. But... still kinda weird. I was expecting a bigger fight. Anyway. An explanation would be really nice. Otherwise I might need to take it from you. I do not intend to be put up on display for the whole city to marvel at how the great Faltharan overcame a personal struggle and brought his little brother to justice. I would sooner perish. Defend yourself or you cross the wrong person. Okay, there we go. That aided Faltharan text made me believe we were done. That would have been very anticlimactic, but there we go. Just kill me and be done. I don't want that. I think not. A swift death will be far more than you deserve, Lorvegil. Let me take another picture of the brothers in here. Yeah, but I mean, I still want my explanation. Can I get one? Please?
These are troublesome times indeed.
It is done. He may deserve death for what he did, but I will not stand in judgment of him, so long as our father remains missing. I am no longer an impartial subject with this matter. We shall take him back with us, and I would have him ride in private with all the time to consider his treachery. Maybe the true Lord of Pelargir will return to stand in judgment. I thank you, Beriathan, for helping me to close this dark chapter. Let us make our way back to Tolkien. Yeah, I mean, all the signs were there. First of all, Lorvegil sending the guards away from the East Guard into the docks. That was a dead giveaway. And then he went missing when we were saying farewell to Citadel and Celebras, so... yeah, I mean... I think this treachery might not have been as well hidden as some of the previous ones we've already discovered. But, well, it served its purpose. I still want an explanation as to why he did this. And if I get one, maybe I can change my opinion on this one a little.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
And with that final bout of treachery, we see the legacy of Sirgon for what it truly is. A traitorous son, and another who was completely unaware. He will face punishment for what he has done, but with war at our doorstep, I cannot be making time for personal justice right now. That day will come when the skies are once again bright. I thank you for everything, Beriathan. Physical master, yeah. Yeah, that was basically it. We got the trade point. We have, in fact, 3 trade points. So I'm gonna go with more range damage. Just wanna unlock some extra traits here on the yellow tree. And range damage is good enough. That will increase our damage with resolution, so that's always great in my book. Now, I know where Telumethar's monument is, and the Western Seagate is very simple to find as well. Where is Minardil? I'm not sure about that one. It should be somewhere relatively close to this spot, from what I remember. In any case, let us see if we can finally do some fishing and rescue the other slaves around the city. This is not the place where I want to go. We actually need to cross this little bridge. This is where the epic battle took place. You remember? This is where, up here, this is where we were fighting the catapults. And this is where Aragorn and the dead attacked the Corsair ships. Oh yeah, fishing spot. I see the icon now. So glad to see it. I think it's a great accomplishment that we were able to reach friend with Pelargir. Considering... oh my god. Considering how little quests are in here. But I would have loved to get a little bit more reputation with them. What do I do now? What do I get rid of? Motham Hunter's armor, yeah. Oh yeah, my god, let us get rid of this. I don't think I was ever gonna use it in the first place. Tatum box? When did I get that? I don't remember. But it's sitting there when I should be getting a stat tome. I think how long has it been there? Was I meant to decide between vitality and agility and then I forgot? Seems very, very likely that was the case. As you see here from my inventory, I also was able to get the class essences, one of each. Of course, I don't have the reputation I needed yet, but thankfully these essences are not bound, so I was able to trade for them using my other tunes. That was great. However, I'm not gonna use them yet. I want to get the right item to use these essences in, and that will give me time to decide which one I want to use. back in the day when this was the current end game, I basically used them all. I mean, you are able to use one of each at the same time, and that is kind of overkill. Take a look at that. A dodge and attack and 10% chance of restoring 10% of your morale. A kill an enemy for a 10% chance of restoring 25% of your max morale. So there is a very great synergy between the two. You will be fighting a lot of enemies at once to take advantage of your AoE, so you will be dodging a lot. And you will be triggering this fairly consistently, and then this one will also have you gain more morale as you defeat your enemies. And then we have this one, critical hits, the 25% chance of increasing the melee damage your target takes by 5% for 10 seconds. There's an amazing synergy between these three essences. I don't have a lot of alts, but I have checked some of the other class essences, and they don't seem, from what I have seen, they don't seem as good as the Warden ones. I mean, I'm a big fan of all three effects, and that is something I cannot say of the other classes. Where's my javelin? Oh jeez. Where is my javelin? I know it didn't go anywhere. I'm not a fan. I don't know why I resist so much. Ah, well, no. My javelin was never unequipped. What was unequipped is my shield. This one. Yeah. I don't know why I always resist using the search feature on the backs. I don't know why. The Western Seagate. There we go. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we need to actually swim to this location to be able to access the boats that will take us to the other slaves. And as you saw there, we were also able to discover the West Seagate, so that only leaves us with Telumetar and Minardil's memorials. I will need to double check that. No, don't fall. Ah. Why? So, there should be another boat. You know what? We're so close at finishing the Corsair Slayer of Central Gondor Advanced that I might as well do that. The extra virtue XP would be really nice. So yeah, I'm definitely finishing that deed. I reckon by the time I finish saving the 8 slaves I need, I will be very close to completion, so that I can farm the remaining ones and not take that long. Central ship. So this is the boat we need to take. that's what? 5, 6 of them. Really close. So this one. The westernmost ship or the easternmost ship? Which one are we supposed to go? The eastern? Or central? Docks? No. We were already here, it seems. So, westernmost now. Is the one? God, I'm so lost. No, I think we needed to... No, Western Seagate. No, yeah. Easternmost. Jeez, you're not making this easy. Thank you. Alright, now we can go back to Aerthir and turn in this quest. Tinker's Lore. How many Corsairs are we missing? 14 of them? Well, not too much, not too little. I want to take the time to defeat some of them before we return to Aerthir. So, return to the docks and the central ship. I think we would only need to do a couple passes of these 3 ships before we can complete the number of Corsairs that we need. But this hopefully doesn't take too long. Yeah, we're just missing 10. We're gonna grab this guy. This guy, let him come. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, just missing 5 more of these guys, and here in the docks, there were a couple more. Just 2 more Corsairs. Far central ship, westernmost ship. Oh, you can choose the ship from here. That's neat. And this should be the last 2 that we need. Yeah! Corsairs layer of central Gondor advanced. That's what I'm talking about. So, reputation, Corsairs layer of central Gondor, and some points for Zeal. Zeal is now level 43. Good, cool. A rune, like usual. That's nice. A treasure cache, another one. Awesome. Now, how are we supposed to get back to the docks in Pelargir from here? So here we have a Slayer of Central Gondor. We're missing the beasts, half-trolls, Haradrim, and orcs. And we are nowhere close with any of the other dates. Gotta be patient. And go back some other day, but no. For the time being, this is everything. As far as a Central Gondor goes. All we are missing now is going back to Aerthir and turning in these 2 quests. And that's what I intend to do exactly. So, We just need to leave Pelargir from the west gate. We're gonna ride there. Complete a quest. And then we'll go back to Aragorn's camp. Because now, on the next episode, we will begin the update 16 content that will take us through East Gondor, Eastern Gondor, South Ithilien, and Osgiliath, former capital of the Kingdom of Gondor. Oh, that's gonna be really, really exciting. I gotta ride to Earth here really quick. And yeah, the ride from Earth here to Aragorn's camp is not too far from one another. It's Camp of the Grey Host, technically, as Aragorn's camp is another location. But it's basically the same thing. No. Okay. Wait a moment, because I also need to free up some backspace. So I think I'm gonna take the time to do some tasks. And increase my reputation as well. Blackened beaks, I don't see any. Damaged claws, no. Damaged furs, I think I saw some. Heated sword sheets, yeah. Shattered caches, yeah. Shining carapaces, I don't think I have seen any of those. Torn skins, no. Let us do this. Let us do this really quick. Five out of 10. Halfway through. And this is the last one. Yeah, there we go.
We woke this morning to no sun. No.
I shall get to work right away to prepare this fish for my folk. You have done us a great service, my friend.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Oh, to see them freed from these vile men, it's wonderful. Yet, their ships are many, and I worry that some still remain lost in Pelargir. Let us rest for now and begin our search anew tomorrow.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
Alright, so with this we have also completed all the repeatables in the Lebanon. So, as I was saying, we are going to the camp of the host. We're also gonna sell a lot of these items that we no longer have any use for. I would expect the task items in Central Gondor to be different from the ones in here, much like Western and Central Gondor had different task items, so I don't expect I'm gonna miss some of this too much, but I do need the backspace. very badly. And it's not much, but... For example, this one? Yeah. Yeah. This one too. Well, looks a little bit better. Good enough, I guess. So now, we're gonna ride really quick to the camp of the Grey Host and finish today's episode there, so that we can resume the epic, which was on a brief pause following the battle at the end of last episode. I thought it was gonna take me much longer to complete the quests in Pelargir. I was aiming for 2 episodes. I'm really glad to see it didn't took as long, because I'm really eager to get the story pumping once again. Yeah, here we are, back at Aragorn's camp. He will give us the new epic, and here it's also the introduction to Eastern Gondor, so this is where we will begin the next stage on our journey. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.